Hey girls, hey! Hey boys, hey! Welcome back to my channel. It's MAMABUDEEZ. Welcome everyone. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. I promise you won't be disappointed. And hit that like button if you're a regular. I'm so excited to have you guys here with me. I promise you to continue to upload videos all week and do the updates. I have also promised all my subscribers that I will do a giveaway every 500 subscribers. So keep your eyes awake and alert, because when I hit 2,500, you want to make sure that you get your entry in that giveaway. And what I'll do is, as soon as the channel hits 2,500 subscribers, we will upload the video that says 2,500 giveaway, and you will comment 2,500 in that video. I'm only going to give you until midnight that night, so you might want to be keeping your eyes open and checking out the numbers on the channel so you know when to be looking for that video. I have given away stuff at 500, at 1,000, at 1,500, and at 2,000. I just verified the winner of the last giveaway, and it is a good winner, you guys. So the next giveaway will be at 2,500. So, I am finally here, you guys, to give you what we know so far about Harley and to talk to you about how it went down from beginning to end and just give you the facts that we know and then ask you some questions about the rumors. I did try to get a private investigator, you guys. I tried, and something told me do not take donations until you find out how much it's going to be. I was worried that we would have somebody that would bleed us dry by keep asking for more money or needing money for travel. And so I wanted to see what it was going to cost. And I spoke to 5 different private investigators in the Cleveland area, and they all said that it would be career suicide if they took on this case, that it has too much media attention and that they wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. So at that point, I decided to take all that energy and passion into helping out Ashlyn. And I believe that we were able to raise her almost $100, I think. I'm not sure, since I gave her PayPal directly. But I do know that I myself donated, and I did the fundraiser for it, and so she did receive some donations, and that is awesome. And I just want her to know, if she's ever watching, that you can reach out to us for help in any area of your life. It doesn't have to just be financial. We want to be here for you, sister. Also, we are going to go over the whole Harley case from beginning to end, and if you haven't watched my previous videos of showing you all just the strange things, this whole case is a mystery, and yet it is just being treated like it was cut and dry, and it was black and white, and it wasn't. It was a total gray area that we were not even given information on. So we know that Ashlyn can't speak out because they have her child. Not only do her grandparents have her oldest child, but her youngest child, her parents have. So it would just not be in her best interest to speak out against her family. So I do not fault her for that. I completely understand why she isn't speaking out. Also, we know that on 12/19, December 19th, this is my oldest child's birthday, so that date is very significant to me. And on December 19th, there was a fight that broke out between the Dillys in their home the night before Harley went missing, and his phone got broken. And so I'm going to make a video of some of the screenshots that I have after I make this video, and you'll be able to see in one of those pictures the broken phone. I have a picture of how bad the phone was broken. And I'm going to put all the screenshots together in an iMovie and then upload them, and then you guys can see everything that I have. Now, which I showed most of you in my earlier videos, but that video was very blurry, and so not all of you could see everything. So I am going to make an iMovie video of all the screenshots that I have. Just don't hold me to it anytime soon. It'll be sometime later on this weekend. So, on 12/19, the fight broke out over the phone, and Harley Dilly was seen alive entering his home on that Sunday at 7:25 p.m. Then the next day on 12/20, Harley's mother, Heather, says that she heard him ask her to stay home from school, but she never saw him. She told him no, and he never made it to school, you guys, and he left the broken phone at home with her. So that in itself is just suspicious to me, because I don't see why he would leave the house without the phone. And also, I think that he would have taken it with him, even if it was broken. I think that they told him he couldn't have it. That's just my personal speculation. Or he wasn't even alive. At that time, he might not have even been alive. The last time he was actually seen alive, to me, was on that surveillance the night before at 7:25. I personally think that the other surveillance that he was caught on does not perfectly show that it's him. To me, I can't tell that's Harley. That could be anyone walking to school. So we're really not sure that that's Harley on that surveillance. On 12/20, Harley's mom says that she heard him ask to stay home from school. She told him no, he never made it to school, and he left the broken phone at home. The school calls Heather a few hours later, and her voicemail box is full. Heather never calls the school. When Harley did not arrive home that afternoon, she doesn't call the school. Nothing is done when he doesn't arrive home from school, except that earlier that day, she went and donated a whole bunch of bags of clothes to the Salvation Army, Goodwill, or some consignment shop. And instead of going to the school to find out why her child did not come home, her and Marcus decide that they want to go out to eat to the Texas Roadhouse, and she takes a picture of her drinking her drink, her alcoholic beverage. So they were cool and chill, and Harley had not came home from school. She, at this point, hadn't seen him in over 12 hours. Well, the next morning, Harley does not return. And they said that it didn't alarm them that Harley was gone like that, because there were times that he would leave on a Friday and not return until Saturday. So that next Saturday morning, when he didn't return, you would think that they would be in a panic because he'd never been gone that long before. But no, they weren't in any kind of panic. He doesn't return, yet Marcus and Heather do not call the police in that moment after he doesn't return in 24 hours. They have not seen or heard from Harley in 24 hours, yet they wait 12 more hours and go out to dinner. And it's not until 11 p.m., almost midnight, that they report him missing. And they don't even report him missing. Marcus does. All right? And that is almost 2 full days later. And then there's a Facebook post that's been posted all day long, but no mention of Harley. So Heather's posting all day on her Facebook, and she never mentions Harley until late at night, after he has been missing for almost 2 days. On 12/22, police say that there's no foul play, and there doesn't seem to be involved at all by the end of the day. So he's reported missing at midnight the night before, and by the following day on 12/22, the police are already saying that there's no foul play and that they have no reason to suspect the Dillys. I mean, that is within, they haven't even had time to investigate. How can you do that? How can you 12 hours later say there's no foul play? That right there just blows my mind. So then on 12/23, the police come out to the public, and they harass the public for rumor and speculation. It comes out that Heather's detailed description of Harley can't be accurate, since she admits that she only heard him and didn't see him. So she contradicts herself. One day she says she didn't see him, and then the next day she's giving a detailed idea of what he was wearing. Or a detailed description. It wasn't an idea. She gave a specific detailed description of what he was wearing. And then the next day on 12/24, Christmas Eve, finally Harley is reported lost, injured, or missing. And then on Christmas, they say that they caught Harley on surveillance walking to school, and they released it to the public. But I could not tell it was him personally. They offer a $2,000 reward this day for answers on Christmas. And then the next day, the day after Christmas, police say they have searched 150 acres without any new info. Then on the next day, 12/27, we start getting news conferences. The Dillys release a public thank you statement to law enforcement and outside agencies. And the public is asked to pass out flyers. On 12/28, we are told that the award is up to $7,000. On 12/29, there's a candlelight vigil, and the chief admits that he's not working with PIs. This is where Marcus is caught speaking of Harley in past tense multiple times. This is when Heather makes her post asking Harley to come home and going off on those who are suspicious of her. And then she removes that post. Police department on 12/31 says Dilly's cooperated and are not involved. On 1/2 January, the reward is almost up to $10,000 and the public is asked to check their cameras. On January 3rd, Chief Hickman says to private message him if you don't have anything nice to say and not to scrutinize the family. And then on 1/4, Chief Hickman says Harley will be on the missing segment of Live PD. He also asks for more time before the public starts to help in the search efforts. On 1/5, the GoFundMe link is shared on the police department's page, and counselors are being sent to the school on Monday, according to the chief. On 1/6, the reward is over $17,000, and aerial searches and other agencies start to get involved. On January 7th, the public is told to stay off of private property, and the photo of the detailed outfit that Heather said that Harley was wearing is shared by the police, and it shows Harley shoveling. So I find it very odd that she first says she didn't see him, and then she says that he's in this exact outfit that he's in the picture. Odd. On 1/8, the reward gets over $18,000, and they canceled the volunteer search due to weather. On 1/9, the reward is almost $18,500. On 1/11, the reward is $19,500. A public search is held with Marcus Dilly in attendance, but no Heather. On 1/13, the police are seen at the home across the street from the Dillys' residence at 4 p.m. Police seen with a sledgehammer in and out of that home. We find out on my Monday Mama meeting from Brandy that the sister has confirmed that Harley's body was found, as the media still pushes the narrative that he was not found and he was still missing. But we all found out that night from Brandy, because she found out through Ashlyn's post that Harley's body was found. And everyone kept telling us, no, it wasn't. And then the next morning we found out that it was true. On 1/14, a press conference is held where we are told that Harley was found wedged in the chimney. In a supposed recanvass of the neighborhood, they decided to enter the vacant home for the first time since he went missing. The homeowner was called for the first time and asked about the layout of the house and permission to enter. The chief alleged that when he went in the home, they saw Harley's coat and glasses next to the chimney on the second floor. On 1/19, the coroner says that Harley died the day he went missing on 12/20/2019. Now, these are the questions that I have that maybe you can help me with. Why no conflict of interest if the chief is really friends with the Dillys? Okay, I find that odd. Or if the chief is friends with Heather Dilly's father, who used to be a police officer in Cleveland. I also want to know, is it true he was found without a shirt? Did we ever find out if that was true? And was there any other way into the home? Those holes in those windows that people are saying that he could gain entry or access to the home with, were those real, legit? And if you know so, please help me understand. Also, I wanted to know, has Marcus worked on this home before? They said there was a lot of remodeling going on and he's a handyman, and I'm just wondering if he had worked on the home before and maybe he had access to the key box. Also, why have a candlelight vigil if the parents are not going to attend? Why did they not attend this candlelight vigil? Did they know that he wasn't returning? Why did Heather not ever search? Why did she never go on any of the searches? Does Daddy of Heather Dilly still have ties from being a cop? And why in the world would you post it on social media that you allowed your child to see you having sex 3 different times and you were given the opportunity to stop and you didn't, even when your dog jumped on the bed? Disgusting. So, I just don't understand. I don't know why her post was so cold when she found out the day that her son was found in the chimney. I just do not understand how you can be that cold unless you already knew since the 19th that he was gone. So, I don't know. All of this is allegedly, but the timeline is facts. The timeline that I gave you is the truth. It is what has been reported. I did not report any of the other speculation unless I was asking you in a question. So tell me, did this boy get justice? Is Josh and Tylee Vallow getting justice? Is Gannon getting justice? Why are we dropping the ball on all of these children? Why do these children's lives not matter? I do not understand why these parents in all these cases are walking around scot-free when these kids are missing or dead. I don't understand that. How? Please help me understand. We have failed these children. We have failed them as a country, as a society in general. We have failed them. And we aren't holding the parents accountable. I do not understand when we went into a world when it's okay to do whatever you want as long as they're your kids. I just don't get it. Or as long as you're their caregiver. Or as long as you're taking care of them and their biological mother isn't. That doesn't give you any reason to be able to lie. It doesn't give you any reason to be able to cover up. It doesn't give you any reason to pretend like you're innocent. Because we all know you're not. Allegedly. Bye.